Hello, I'm Joshua, a naturalist for Five Rivers Metro Parks, and we're going to explore different plants that are similar to poison ivy and also explore how to effectively talk about poison ivy amongst your scouts that you're serving. I actually was out here video recording just a little bit ago and I got rained on, and it's raining now, and I actively took refuge in this really cool historic spot for the Boy Scouts of America. So I'll give you some guesses to guess kind of where I'm at in the video, and then I'll tell you where I'm at the end. But this video is all about kind of exploring poison ivy. And I know that when you read the scout books and the scout field books and things like that, that you're going to see this rhyme, 3 leaves, let it be, when you're helping to identify poison ivy with youngsters. But it's been my experience that particularly if they're really young, that rhyme scares kids. 3 leaves, let it be. They think, wow, there's a lot of things out here with 3 leaves. We got blackberries and raspberries that can have 3 leaves. Box elder, of course, 3-leaf clovers. Like, should we just stay away from all of these plants that are out there? Of course not, because a lot of these plants are pretty cool to look at. Clovers have some pretty incredible flowers to explore. Of course, you can eat raspberries and blackberries. So let's dive into this a little bit deeper and learn how to identify poison ivy and differentiate it between Virginia creeper and some of the other plants that are out there. So what you'll notice right away is somewhat of a color difference, but then also a size difference between the tendrils, the little hairs that are coming out of the vine and attaching to the tree. And so here, the one on the right is poison ivy, and you can see its tendrils are almost human hair-like. They're almost like if you think of chest hair, that's kind of what they look like. Whereas here in Virginia creeper, the tendrils are much thicker. And of course a lot of the same color as the vine itself. So let's just go ahead and move up and down this vine, and you can really see the difference here. Now that trick works when you got mature vines growing on the trees, but what about very young vines? So they have some different characteristics that you want to look at. Let's take a look. Now all the vines you see here are Virginia creeper, but at different stages of growth. The one on the right is a little bit more mature than the one here on the left. But as you can see, both have the 5 leaves of Virginia creeper. Not poisonous to touch, but it is poisonous if you eat it. But the one thing to note here is in the young vine, it has little tendrils that then branch out into, it looks like little suction cups that you can kind of see right there. You're not going to see that effect in poison ivy. Another thing to notice that you won't see in poison ivy is moon cratered leaf scars. So if I pull this thing out of my tripod here, I can maybe get you a little closer. Right here. So this scar is where the leaf fell off last year. And so as you're scrolling up and down the vine and you see leaf scars that look like moon craters, that will identify that as Virginia creeper. Now here is a poison ivy vine growing right along the trail. It almost looks like it's going to become a tree or something because it's coming right on the ground, but it'll continue to grow as a vine right along the trail. So that's how you can see somewhat the crops of poison ivy kind of popping out. But what you'll notice is the compound leaves of 3 leaflets, which kind of goes along with the rhyme that we have all been scared of growing up, 3 leaves, let it be. But then also you'll see a triangular shaped leaf scar right here. Here's where the leaf fell off of last year. Kind of leaves a triangle pattern as compared to the moon crater pattern that we see in Virginia creeper. So very different. Now another characteristic of poison ivy that differentiates it between other plants that have 3 leaflets, because trust me, there are a lot of them, is the fact that this guy has alternate branching, which means that its leaves and branches are going to take turns going up the vine as they grow. So even this, you can tell here in past growth when you look at these leaf scars. There's a leaf scar here, and then you go up a little bit and leaf scar here. And you go up a little bit, leaf scar here. These leaf scars and leaves are taking turns as they grow up. And you can see evidence of this all the way up the vine. Now, many other plants with 3 leaflets just don't do that. They have an opposite configuration. Let's look at an example of that. All right, so here we have a very common plant close to wetlands, and because we are Five Rivers Metro Parks, we have a lot of wet areas along streams. This is actually a maple tree called box elder or ash leaf maple, and as you can see, it has a 3-leaflet configuration, but also all of these plants, or these compound leaves, are directly across the street from each other, so you can kind of tell these are all opposite from each other. So even at this angle, you can tell that these leaves are directly opposite from each other. And then these two leaves are directly opposite from each other. So another common vine that you'll find out in your metro parks is this guy. This looks like something that Tarzan would have swung on, but this is not Virginia creeper or poison ivy. This is actually grapevine. Offers a lot of food for wildlife. All right, let's take a short quiz to refresh our memory. So we have a vine here with a moon crater-like leaf scar. We have leaves that are 5 leaflets, and then we also have tendrils that branch out and act like suction cups, kind of grabbing the tree. What is it? Virginia creeper. And here is quiz number 2, a vine seemingly just standing out on its own in the forest, almost like you can swing on it. This is grapevine. All right, and here is our final quiz number 3. We have compound leaves with 3 leaflets. We have very thin, slender tendrils coming off the vine, attaching to the tree that look like human hair. And then if we look closely at the leaf scars, we have triangular shaped leaf scars. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a few things that might help you become a little bit more confident as you communicate about these kind of scary things with your scouts. That's our big takeaway today, is to make sure that we're talking about even the things that can hurt us in a positive light. Because if the kids keep on hearing these negative effects from nature, they're going to feel a little bit more disconnected, and they're going to feel apart from nature, when nothing can be further from the truth. We are nature. We are a part of nature. And so we want to encourage them to dive in and explore, but also give them the tools to know what they can stay away from. So I hope that this helps with your language and how you interact. Now you might be wondering, where am I? Some of you might hit the nail on the head, but I am at Camp Hook, at the old chapel right here at the base of the hill there. So this is a really neat spot to explore. These camp spots are available through Five Rivers Metro Parks. If you go to the camping option, scouts can actually camp here, and you can have services here at this old chapel. So thanks for watching. We'll see you out in the trails and camps, and take care. Bye-bye.